These slides cover the extra triple only content, the separate chemistry GCSE. They add a much larger organic chemistry section, far more chemical analysis tests, and extra topics in using resources. Slides marked HT are higher tier within triple. Reactions of alkenes. Alkenes are unsaturated hydrocarbons that contain a carbon-carbon double bond, which makes them more reactive than alkanes. You need to know 4 reactions. With hydrogen, using a nickel catalyst, an alkene gains hydrogen across the double bond to form an alkane, and this is called hydrogenation. With steam, water, using a catalyst, an alkene forms an alcohol. This is how ethanol is made industrially. With the halogens, such as bromine, an alkene reacts to form a dihalogen compound, and this is the basis of the bromine water test. In all these reactions, the double bond opens up and atoms add across it, which is why they are called addition reactions. In the exam, the bromine water test distinguishes alkenes from alkanes. An alkene decolorizes orange bromine water, turning it colorless, because of an addition reaction, while an alkane leaves it orange. Think of it like this: the double bond is an open door, atoms walk in and add on. Every alkene reaction is an addition. Alcohols. Alcohols are a family, or homologous series, with a functional group, OH. The first 4 are methanol, ethanol, propanol, and butanol. They share key properties. They dissolve in water to form a neutral solution. They react with sodium to produce hydrogen. They burn in air or combust, and they are oxidized by microbes or oxidizing agents to form carboxylic acids, which is why wine left open turns sour as it turns into vinegar. Alcohols are widely used as fuels and as solvents. Ethanol can be produced industrially by hydration of ethene or by fermentation of sugars using yeast at around 30 degrees Celsius in anaerobic conditions. In the exam for fermentation, learn the conditions. Yeast, a warm temperature, about 30 degrees Celsius, and no oxygen, anaerobic. The products are ethanol and carbon dioxide. Know that the functional group OH is what makes them all alcohols. Carboxylic acids. Carboxylic acids are another homologous series with the functional group COOH. The first 4 are methanoic, ethanoic, propanoic, and butanoic acid. Ethanoic acid is the acid found in vinegar. They behave like typical acids. They dissolve in water to form acidic solutions, and they react with carbonates to produce carbon dioxide, a salt, and water. They also react with alcohols in the presence of an acid catalyst to produce sweet-smelling compounds called esters. Importantly, carboxylic acids are weak acids. They only partly ionize in water, so they have a higher pH than a strong acid of the same concentration. In the exam, the phrase to use is that weak acids only partially ionize in solution. That's why at the same concentration, a weak carboxylic acid has a higher pH, or is less acid, than a strong acid like hydrochloric acid. Addition polymerisation. Alkenes are very useful because they can join together to make polymers, which are very large molecules. In addition polymerisation, many small alkene molecules, the monomers, add together to form one long polymer chain, and this is the only product. Nothing else is made. For example, many ethene molecules join to form polyethene or polythene. During the reaction, the carbon-carbon double bond in each monomer opens up so it can bond to the next monomer. In the exam, you must be able to draw the repeating unit. Take the monomer, change the double bond to a single bond, and add a bond extending out of each end through brackets with a small n outside. The polymer is named by putting the monomer name in brackets after poly, e.g. polypropene. Condensation polymerisation, and this is for the higher tier. Condensation polymerisation involves monomers that have two functional groups, one at each end. A common example uses a diol, which has two OH groups, reacting with a dicarboxylic acid, which has two carboxylic groups, to form a polyester. Each time two monomers join, a small molecule, usually water, is lost. So unlike addition polymerization, there are always two products, the polymer and the small molecule given off. This requires two different monomers, each with two reactive ends. In the exam, the clearest way to tell the two types apart: addition polymerization has one monomer, an alkene, and one product. Condensation polymerization has monomers with two functional groups and makes two products, the polymer plus a small molecule such as water. Naturally occurring polymers. Nature makes its own polymers. Proteins are polymers made from amino acid monomers joined by condensation polymerization, and different proteins are built from different combinations of amino acids. DNA, which carries our genetic instructions, is a very large molecule made of two polymer chains, made from monomers called nucleotides, and it's twisted into a double helix shape. Starch and cellulose are both natural polymers too, and they're made from the sugar called glucose, which is the monomer, and plants use them for energy storage and structure. In the exam, learn the monomer for each one. Amino acids make proteins, nucleotides make DNA, and glucose, sugar, makes both starch and cellulose. DNA is described as two strands in a double helix.